Okay, I'm just going to say it now. I love the Clone Wars. I love the prequels. The Mandalorian is the best thing to happen to Star Wars since the original trilogy. This is Six Scale Economist. Let's jump right into it. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. This is Six Scale Economist. In today's video, we're going to be doing my review of Episode 1 of Season 2, aka Chapter 9, The Mandalorian Under the Tuscan Sun, written and directed by Jon Favreau. So we're going to be doing over what my thoughts were on the episode, as well as my top 3 most wanted hot toys from the episode. So just getting into the review of the episode. It started off exactly the way I wanted it to. A nice, action scene with some drama where the Mandalorian is going into this boxing fight with the Gamorrean guards, and he's talking to some mob boss because he needs information on how to find, an old Mandalorian that can help him with his quest of returning the child back to its habitat and its home and its family. And one of my favorite things about this scene is one of my favorite things about the Mandalorian is that he has so much character development to him, because you can tell that he's a good guy, and he always wants to do the right thing, and, he doesn't really want to kill people if he doesn't have to, but he's also a Mandalorian. He kind of has a bad side to him, and he's willing to kill people if he needs to. And you can tell that in this scene when he's telling this mob boss guy, that he just wants the information, he's willing to pay him, but eventually, this mob boss guy turns on him. So the Mandalorian, what does he have to do? He has to do Mandalorian things. He kicks everybody's butt, and he gets what he needs, and he lets the boss guy die, which I thought was awesome, that he hung him up, and, kind of gives us that side of him that, it's basically Jon Favreau telling the audience, hey, look, the Mandalorian, he's our protagonist, but, he's definitely, not totally good in his heart, which is great. And every Star Wars fan knew, as soon as they said that a Mandalorian that they know of lives on Tatooine, it's Boba Fett. So now Mando's off to Tatooine. We get to see R5-D4, which was really cool because obviously, all else equal, like R5-D4 never made it to Luke, so technically he would have just stayed in the Jawa thing, and he would have ended up staying on Tatooine. So that was cool to see R5-D4. I love those little Easter egg nods to nostalgia. And then we get to this new desolate town, which is going to be the setting for the whole episode, and we see what we think is Boba Fett. And he looks terrible, and we're like, wow. First thing I thought was like, wow, is that really how they're going to depict Boba Fett in this show? Of course, it's not. It's this Marshal, which is an absolutely amazing character. And just the introduction between him and Mando are perfect, and I love that they work together to, come over what the plot is of the episode, which is to kill this desert dragon that is basically terrorizing this small town, and in exchange, the Mandalorian is going to be able to get back this Boba Fett armor that technically belongs to, the Mandalorians. So that's basically the plot of the episode, and that's how it goes. They end up killing the dragon, everybody's happy, day's saved, and they move on, and it's just another quest in, another part to the Mandalorian's quest to ultimately return the child home. What are my thoughts on this episode? I've said this before, as with any action show or action movie, action movies are basically like a salad. The dressing are the action scenes, the salad is the plot. A salad with way too much dressing is going to be way too overpowering, and it's not going to taste good. Just like an action movie that has way too much action is just going to be too much, overwhelming, and not that enjoyable. Where on the flip side, a salad with no dressing is kind of just boring and kind of basic. So what's the perfect salad? A salad that has nice base and a little bit of dressing, not too much dressing, and that's exactly what The Mandalorian is, and they kill it with that. They have an awesome plot that's very intriguing, with action scenes that we all want to see, those nice, beautiful CGI, whatever it is, scenes, but you always know that the underlying plot is something that's very intriguing. And that's really what they accomplished in this episode. All of the Star Wars fans like me and you, we got our nostalgia hits. All the people that love Baby Yoda, they got their cute Baby Yoda moments. All the people that love the action scenes, they love their good action scenes. And then the underlying plot of the entire movie, of the entire episode, was just very intriguing and very enjoyable. One thing that I thought was super interesting was at the end of the episode, when they actually kill the desert dragon, you see that how he does it is he actually goes inside the desert dragon. It looks like he has some type of like electric thing on his suit that allows him to like not die once he's in the thing, and then they blow up the bomb, they blow up the dragon. I actually think that this was more of an Easter egg in a way of Jon Favreau telling us how Boba Fett survived. I haven't seen really anybody talking about this, but when I saw that scene, that's the first thing that I thought of, because I imagine that Jon Favreau and the team that creates The Mandalorian probably think they're going to get a lot of backlash from Star Wars fans saying, hey, Boba Fett's dead. We saw him fall into the Sarlacc pit in episode 6. There's no way that he survived. And I feel like they intentionally had this as the first episode, and the way that the Mandalorian killed him was getting swallowed by this beast, so that they could show that Mandalorians are capable of, surviving this, and that's how Boba Fett did it. And it's an awesome way for them to do this, because it's not them directly telling us, it's them hinting at us. It's for us to figure out Super subtle, super well done. And obviously, you can't ignore the final scene in the movie. You know, obviously we saw the Boba Fett armor, so now everybody's thinking, okay, well, I guess Boba Fett survived. These Jawas got the Boba Fett armor. How did they get it? I imagine the Jawas didn't go jumping into the Sarlacc pit to go get that Boba Fett armor. He must have gotten out. He must have gotten rid of his armor. Maybe he was done with the whole Boba Fett ways. He didn't even want it anymore. But in that last scene, we see Boba Fett without his armor, seeing the Mandalorian take off, and knowing that's definitely not the last we're going to see of Boba Fett in this episode, and I absolutely love that. I'm totally cool with Boba Fett surviving the Sarlacc pit, especially after seeing the Mandalorian survive that fight with the dragon. So overall, an absolutely incredible way to start Season 2. Action, drama, nostalgia, excellent plot, a fantastic episode. I love the new entrance into the Mandalorian universe. I hope that we see the Marshal again. I thought the actor did fantastic, and I thought that he was a very intriguing role. Now, let's talk about my top 3 most wanted hot toys from that episode. The number 1 figure, I gotta see the Marshal. Excellent character. He has Boba Fett armor on him. I thought the actor did a great job. I would love to see this made into a hot toy. Obviously with a removable helmet, and I want to see him, be able to put on this Boba Fett armor, which may look kind of silly, but I still think it looks really cool, especially how he really, caught my attention throughout the episode and made me really like him as a character. At number 2, obviously I have to ask for it. Give me Boba Fett without his armor in this look. So sick. Hot Toys will be able to nail this head sculpt, have this scar across, give him with, his kind of scavenger look now with these weapons, as you can see right here. I think this would look absolutely fantastic, and I imagine that Hot Toys is eventually going to do this, and obviously this is not the last we're going to see of Boba Fett in this episode. And number 3 one, I'm not dying for it, but I would not mind seeing a Hot Toys Sand People. It's one that I wouldn't rush to go pick up, and I kind of have to feel it out first, but I imagine there's a ton of people, especially all the Return of the Jedi and original trilogy fans, that would love to see a Sand People. It was great to see them again in this episode. It was great to see the Tusken Raiders actually, quest up with the Mandalorian and Marshal and everybody from the town. I thought that was awesome, and this would obviously be an excellent Hot Toy to add to most people's collection. But as always, these are just my thoughts. Let me know in the comments section down below. Did you guys enjoy this episode? Are you guys super pumped for Season 2 just like I am? What Hot Toys did you want to see come out from this episode? Let me know all of that down in the comments section down below. And if you guys enjoyed this new series that we're going to be doing, please let me know by smashing that like button. I plan to do an episode for all of these episodes that we're going to see from The Mandalorian Season 2. Every single week, we're going to do a review of The Mandalorian as well as our top 3 most wanted Hot Toys. This is 6 Scale Economist. Buy the dip, sell the rip. This is the way. We will see you in the next video.